Well, hello there, everybody. It's Grandpa Scott, and I'm here to read another new story, and I think it's going to be a great adventure, too. Hey, do you know what kind of hat that I'm wearing today? It says the Chattanooga Lookouts. They're a baseball team down in Tennessee, and my oldest son, Littlest, works for them. He's the clubhouse manager. So today, do you think you might know what the story is about? What could it be? I wonder. Do you think it might have to do with baseball? If you guessed that, you're exactly right. Today's story is called The Littlest Leaguer. The Littlest Leaguer. That sounds interesting. Let's read what it has to say. There's the sign. It says, "To the ball field." Of all the players in the Little League, Harold was the littlest. "Maybe you ought to go home and come back next year," said Shirley the shortstop. "Maybe you ought to go home and not come back at all," said Big Leon, who played first base because he had such a long reach. That wasn't very nice, was it? This only made Harold try harder. He tried in the infield, but the ground balls did not have to take such of a hop to go over his head. He tried the outfield, but the other outfielders had longer legs and could move under a fly ball faster. This is a little difficult for Harold. Harold tried to make up for all this as a hitter, but there seemed to be no bat light enough for him, and the ball zoomed past him before he could even swing. "Please don't feel badly, but I'm afraid there's only one place I can put you," said Mr. Lombardo, the coach. I wonder where that could be. Sometimes he brought them cold drinks. "I'm tired of being so little," thought Harold, and he stayed out in the rain when the game was stopped, hoping that it would make him grow like the flowers. I don't know about that. Have you ever grown from rain like the flowers and the trees? That's not how we grow, is it? That night, Mr. Lombardo came to Harold's house. He knew his littlest leaguer needed cheering up. That was nice of him. "You're letting your size bother you. There have been many great baseball players who were not tall," said the coach, and Harold's father agreed with him. That's right. Not everybody's tall and big. The two men talked about short players who were in the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Harold listened until he had to go to sleep. Wow, well past his bedtime, I'm sure. So Harold kept sitting on the bench, game after game, until it was the last game of the season. The winner of this game would be the Little League champions. The score was 0-0. Oh my, it's a nail biter. What's going to happen? Harold watched Shirley catch line drives and making great plays at shortstop. But in the top of the third, the score was still 0-0. He watched Big Leon using his long reach to take throws from all over the infield to get the runners out at first base. But in the top of the seventh inning, the score was still 0-0. Oh, if I could only help them, really help them, thought Harold, as his team came to take their final turn at bat in the last half of the ninth inning. "Move over," said Big Leon, shoving him off the bench. That wasn't very nice. Harold's been a great team player. Harold sat on the ground knowing he didn't deserve to sit with the team. He just kept sitting there thinking of all those short players in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Then, with 2 out, the next 3 batters got infield hits, and Harold's team had the bases loaded. 0-0, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. How much more exciting could this get? It was Big Leon getting ready to bat. He had stepped into a hole and he twisted his foot. Oh my! "I can't walk on it. I can't even stand on it," said Big Leon, as they helped him back to the bench. Uh-oh, the hero is not going to be the hero this time. Harold, said the coach, it's up to you now. We need you to get a hit to win. The bases are loaded, and all of our pinch hitters are sick from too many cold drinks. Will you please go bat for us? Asked Mr. Lombardo. Oh my, it's Harold's time to shine. Harold walked to the plate. He stood as tall as possible. Can you sit as tall as you can? Stand up tall as possible like Harold? Hoping to scare the pitcher. I don't know if that was going to work. But Knuckles Smith was the opposing pitcher. Can you see him out here on the mound? That's Knuckles. He threw a fastball right across the plate. Strike one, shouted the umpire. Knuckles wound up and pitched again. This time he threw a curveball. Do you know what a curveball does? It doesn't come in straight. It actually curves. Then Harold got an idea. He crouched at the plate as small as possible, not trying to be big anymore. He crouched so low that he became so small that Knuckles could not find the strike zone. The strike zone's from the chest down to the knees. The next pitch came towards the plate, but it was too high. Ball one, said the umpire. Knuckles threw again and again, but one pitch was too low. The other pitch was too wide. The count was 3 balls and 2 strikes. The next pitch is going to decide the game. The next pitch would decide everything. Come on, Harold, shouted Shirley from the bench. Keep your eye on the ball, said Big Leon. Make him put it where you want it, shouted the rest of the team. And Mr. Lombardo looked as if he was praying. Oh my. The ball floated towards the plate. It was Knuckles Smith's slow ball, his change of pace, which always fooled batters. Harold closed his eyes and swung with all his might. And pow! He connected. The ball was gone over the fence. Not just a hit, not a double, triple, but a home run. Harold ran around the bases from first to second, from second to third. He crossed home plate with his teammates, picked him up, and carried him on their shoulders. Harold was the hero of the game. Harold, you may be the littlest leaguer, but today you are the biggest leaguer of all of them, said Mr. Lombardo. And even Big Leon was cheering for Harold. That's great, isn't it? You don't always have to be the biggest and the toughest and the strongest. You just have to have determination and go give it your best effort. Because even now that the story's done, the adventure isn't over. Because now's the time to go outside and have some fun. Because this Little Leaguer book is all done.